The sky above Willow Creek was a bruised purple, heavy with unshed tears. Lily peered out her window, a little disappointed. "It's going to rain," she sighed. She had planned to build a magnificent fairy castle in the garden. Suddenly, a tiny drop splattered on the glass. Then another. And another. It wasn't the dull thump she expected. Instead, each drop seemed to carry a faint, melodious note. "Mama!" Lily called, her voice laced with wonder. "The raindrops are singing." Her mama, busy with a steaming mug of tea, chuckled. "Singing, dear? That's just the sound of the rain." But Lily knew better. She opened her window a crack, and the air filled with a symphony of tinkling, chiming sounds. It was like thousands of tiny bells dancing on the breeze. She grabbed her bright yellow raincoat and her trusty red boots, a mischievous glint in her eyes. Stepping outside, Lily was immediately enveloped in the singing rain. Each drop that landed on her had made a distinct, joyful note. She closed her eyes and let the music wash over her. It wasn't just sounds, it felt like stories being told in a language she somehow understood. She followed the most insistent melody, which seemed to be leading her towards the old oak tree at the edge of the woods. As she got closer, the singing intensified, becoming a chorus of sweet, high-pitched voices. Beneath the shelter of the oak's sprawling branches, Lily found them. Tiny, shimmering beings, no bigger than her thumb, with wings like dewdrop lace. They were flitting and dancing, their voices creating the beautiful music. These were the raindrop fairies. One of them, with wings the color of a rainbow and a dress woven from silver mist, hovered in front of Lily. "Welcome, Lily," her voice chimed, as clear as a crystal bell. Lily gasped. "You know my name?" "Of course," chirped another fairy, landing on a wet leaf. "We sing to all the children who listen with their hearts. Today, we sing for you because you dreamed of a fairy castle, and the rain wants to help you build it." And then, a truly magical thing happened. The raindrop fairies began to sing a different tune, a low, rumbling hum that vibrated through the earth. As they sang, the raindrops around Lily seemed to gather and swirl, forming miniature towers of water that solidified into glistening crystal. Others, guided by the fairies' song, began to weave together blades of grass and fallen petals, creating shimmering walls and archways. Lily, forgetting her disappointment about the garden, was mesmerized. She watched, her mouth agape, as a magnificent fairy castle began to rise before her, built not of stone, but of pure, solidified raindrops, sparkling with an inner light. She carefully placed a tiny ladybug, who had sought shelter under a leaf, onto a crystal battlement. The ladybug seemed to nod its thanks. The raindrop fairies continued their song, a cascade of happy notes, as they decorated the castle with shimmering moss and delicate wildflowers that had been hidden by the gray skies. Lily, inspired, began to hum along, her own voice joining the magical chorus. As the sun began to peek through the thinning clouds, casting a golden glow on the crystal castle, the singing of the raindrops began to fade. The tiny fairies fluttered around Lily, their wings leaving trails of iridescent dust. "Thank you for listening, Lily," the rainbow-winged fairy said. "The rain's song is always there, but sometimes, you just need to be still and let it reach your heart." With a final, gentle chime, the fairies disappeared into the last lingering raindrops. Lily stood in awe before her fantastical castle, a testament to a magical rainy day. It wouldn't last forever, she knew. As the sun grew stronger, the crystal would melt back into water. But the memory of the singing raindrops, the stories they told, and the beautiful castle they helped her build, would remain etched in her heart forever. From that day on, whenever the rain fell in Willow Creek, Lily would always pause, close her eyes, and strain her ears, listening for the faint, joyful melody. And sometimes, just sometimes, she would hear it, the sweet, clear song of the raindrop fairies, reminding her that even on the grayest days, magic could still be found, as long as you knew where to listen.